Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. My friends from Poland, be careful. Be careful because Al Capone will push you in a direct confrontation, military confrontation with the Russians. Hold your horses. I know you're tough. I know you got big balls, but I think the Russians have a little bit bigger than yours, including nuclear weapons. So I should, take it easy, my horsey. Let's think about it. This is the second time when I see an article pushed by these guys here. Remember my mountain slope model? They start easy, slowly, and then they go in the end telling us what they decided, I don't know, 2 months ago, 1 month ago, 3 months ago. That's usually the time they need to make sure the baboons are on board with the garbage they already decided. So NATO prepares through Poland to shoot down Russian missiles attacking Ukraine. I will show you an article here and a map to show you what's going on here. I covered this in a previous video and another video when the first time they said yes, the Poles said maybe we talk to NATO and it would be legitimate for us to hit inside Ukraine, so over the Ukrainian territory, airspace, and destroy the incoming Russian missiles towards our territory, Poland. And I made a claim over there, how soon? How deep will you? 300 kilometers, 500 kilometers? 900 kilometers, you go to the border with Russia, gonna cover all that, you're gonna actually do a no-flying zone, actually? Is that what you're gonna do? Or how do you know, if let's say someone shoots towards you, that aims at you, or is gonna stop and go to the other one, like missile goes towards you. I mean, right now, let's say I shoot my rifle, boom, in that direction. And let's say someone from another continent, but in that direction, let's say that's east. So let's go, it goes east. So if it goes east, if I look east, okay, someone from Europe, let's say, would think, oh my God, Emil shot towards us. Yeah, it's true, the bullet goes your direction, but maybe it's something in between, the line of fire that I'm really, not you. The same with the Russians, with the Poles. Yeah, their missiles come to you. You shoot them if they enter your airspace. Other than that, I don't think so. But they want to do it, so they get involved to help. To get involved to help the interests that push all these guys against Russia and China and us by alliance, if you want. Why us? Because we pay the taxes. Our standard of living will decrease. Our freedoms will be infringed and limited more because of the policies these guys are going to implement in the name of keeping us safe. Our children's future doesn't look bright. Well, I don't want to live a worse life. That's why I sacrifice. Otherwise, fuck, I do like other people, just stay around, wait for their government's check. And other idiots will work. But anyway, so we have here an article from Sputnik, where NATO says again, the second step, they bring it back, because with the baboons you have to do repetition. You have to condition their brain. They have 3 minutes attention span, and then after that they start picking fleas from one another. But 3 minutes they're like, did you hear that? 3 minutes gone. That's how the baboons. But you don't have to let them, you don't have to wake them up. So you just bombard them from time to time, regularly. Pavlovian conditioning. Pop, with some things. Hey, here is this. Watch this. Boom, this. Hey, watch this beautiful thing. Boom, there. And you get, obviously, subliminal or straight propaganda. Baboons are baboons. So now is a second step to bring it back. NATO could shoot down Russian missiles over Ukraine from Poland. Now, it's not about Poland protecting itself from the incoming missiles that you don't know if they're going to cross or not. Let's see this article, and I'm going to show you the map. Sputnik. Let me put my goggles. NATO could shoot down Russian missiles over Ukraine from Poland. German ex-defense official. You see, I claimed that they act this way. I would say 99% by my observation, direct observation. You do that too. It's usually an someone, ex-husband, ex-wife, no, an ex-official, ex-military expert, and now he's an expert, ex-general, ex-something. Why? Because he's not a policymaker. You can't just say, well, the government says that, or the Pentagon said that. He's just a guy who gives his opinion. But he's promoted, he's pushed forward, disseminated by the media, who they know what they're doing. So this guy's ex-German defense official, who should be irrelevant, he comes and tells us that NATO should, not could or might, no, should. All right? He gives the green light, this guy. So let's see how they frame it. Polish territory was suggested by a German researcher. What was the ex-what? Ex-defense official. So he worked in official and now he becomes a researcher as a likely venue for this brazen proposal amid Warsaw's over-the-top anti-Russian rhetoric. Poland has been stocking up on weapons, with the country's Prime Minister Donald Tusk going so far as to say that Poland was in a quote-unquote pre-war state with Russia. They really want to smack down. But smackdown, not like conquer, smackdown like boom. Oh my God, my Poles. NATO allies should use anti-aircraft systems to shoot down Russian missiles over Ukraine from the territory of Poland. They didn't say in self-defense or, not to reach Poland. So nowadays the mountain slope went a little bit a notch higher, further. First it was in self-defense, in incoming missiles. We don't wait for them to cross our airspace. We're gonna hit them as they're coming our way, our direction. As I said, they come east, they're gonna shoot them. How far we feel comfortable. So again, now it's up. No. We're just gonna shoot them. Not because we defend ourselves, just shoot them. To help them, because we're the forces of good. Should use anti-aircraft systems to shoot down Russian missiles over Ukraine from the territory of Poland. And Nico Lange, or Lange means leak, like leak. Yeah, he's an ass leaker probably. Senior researcher. Oh, he's senior. How old are you? 27? You're like Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law. He was a senior Middle East advisor. What the fuck experience he got? Only one. That's it. And Trump's daughter. At the Munich Security Conference, stated in an interview with Tagesschau, as Ukraine flourishes. That's exactly what I want to say. I was like, no, I don't think that's right. As Ukraine flounders on the battlefield amid manpower and hardware losses in the face of Russia's steady advance, Lange insisted. So that means we're losing, we're gonna up the game. Yeah, the decision was already made. They see how the Russians will react. And the Russians still say, oh, that's an escalation, partner. Instead of saying, you do that, we're gonna raise you. From the pages of history, as Ahmadinejad said. Oh, he didn't say that? That's exactly what he said about that particular regime. And I'm quoting, from now on, he decides, partners should use the numerous Patriot systems on our eastern borders to shoot down our eastern borders. So that's not only Poland. To shoot down, I will show you, shoot down all Russian missiles and drones that they have within range over Ukraine, referencing primarily to the alliance's air defense systems in eastern Poland and Romania. This would, and I'm quoting, this would be fully covered under international law. Again, and the baboons, yeah, man, we should do it. It's legal, man, it's legal. Yeah, give me the Bud Light over here. Lange assured, citing an example, did the assistance of Israeli allies in repelling an Iranian strike last week. Still covered, right? It doesn't mean that if it's covered, you're on the right side of history. I mean, it could be legal. I mean, like, let's say this. Let me tell you this. Just because bribery is used under a euphemistic term, as I would call bribery, a euphemistic term called finance campaign donations, It doesn't mean that you're on the right side of history. Yeah, that's legal. Remember, a lot of things were legal in the past in other countries. Take slavery, for instance. And you were wrong. You were on the wrong side of history. Even though you say, well, those were the times. We changed that. Very good. The Bible did not change its divine inspiration. They still, okay? So, what should I say? These guys are just pushing for something under the international law. Yeah, it's legal, but with all these kind of things. Do you understand? You're helping my enemy. Could be legal, but I'm going to fuck you up legally. I will say, no, I'm attacked by you indirectly, which I think it's already directly. These guys, if they are, how to put it, put together plans to operate against the Russians, what do you call that? The British intelligence, CIA, and others. So, Lange, who served as chief of staff of the German Ministry of Defense from 2019-2022, argues the need of, look at this, he's an imbecile, unconventional solutions. How about unconventional nuclear weapons? How about that? As Western, so we can go unconventional, and you can use other euphemisms, but the Russians cannot use unconventional weapons, right? You need to use and grenades, right? And flamethrower. As Western support for Ukraine requires, a change in strategy. Can the Russians use a change of strategy? Can they do it, or just you can do it? At the same time, in the long term, he called for increasing the production of air defense systems in Europe. So you know who pays this expert. Being in the defense ministry, what do you want? He's got his buddies, he pushed for them, the arms manufacturing companies. Previously, Daniel Hagari, Israel Defense Forces spokesperson, said Israel acted together with the US. Okay, we know. Now here it is. Polish foreign minister has declared in Brussels that NATO was setting up a special mission in Ukraine, while Prime Minister Donald Tusk said Poland was in a pre-war state with Russia. Sikorski provocatively, no, he is provoking, okay, stated in mid-March that NATO forces are already in Ukraine and this is not a secret to anyone, end quote. The baboons it is. Polish Defense Minister Władysław Kosiniak-Kamysz, who revealed that he visits Poland's eastern border almost every day, earlier claimed that, and I'm quoting, Russia is rebuilding the evil empire. And the Americans have bases everywhere else. So who's the empire? Shut the fuck up. Anyway, Poland is preparing to military personnel. I don't see here that, but I'm going to find it in my videos where the NATO said, the Poles said we should hit inside. So that's the first, and then it's the second step. Until, I don't know, 5, 7, about 7 steps usually. 7 and 10, depends how in a hurry these guys are to propagandize, set the mind, the little nerve in the baboon's head to connect. So let me show you. So this is the video I made on March 27th, and it said right here, Poland to shoot down Russian missiles. NATO will shoot down Russian missiles near NATO's borders. I said Poland's destruction, Poland to shoot down Russian missiles. So this is what I made regarding the first step. Now let's look over the map and see where this could occur. This is the map of Ukraine. Poland is right here. This is the border with Poland, right here. So they said we're going to hit something here, but I don't know how far. So if the Russians send or launch missiles from here, going that way, how far can this guy shoot inside Ukraine? Right here, right here, right here, or exactly right here, or maybe right here, if they shoot that far, but they don't. So nevertheless, so this is where the border is. Now you got Romanians right here. It's also a NATO member state right here. So they can do the same thing over Moldova, which is garbage. It can be trampled whenever. So they can shoot right here. defending all this area. So if you go by that, everything could be covered. Half of Ukraine could be defended by these guys. And let me show you who this Lange is. Right here, Nico. And Nico was born in 1975. Okay, so it's like what? 49 or something like this? 48, 49. So he's right here. He was the Federal Minister of Defense, Kramp, Chief of Staff since 2019. He was arrested and charged with espionage by the Ukrainians. Did you know that? I just found out. So, and the Germans extracted him. Let me show you. So as a politician, BBB, early life, studied political science. As part of his military service, he served in Bosnia and Herzegovina and Kosovo. Hey, my Serb friends. This is the guy right here, okay? What was he doing over there? Obviously against you. Okay, so we have here the controversy. In June 2010, Lange was arrested for supposed espionage by the Ukrainian Counter-Espionage Security Agency, the Security Service of Ukraine. That was not when, that was before the coup, when the West took over. So that was when Ukraine was independent. After a harsh diplomatic intervention by the German government, Lange was released after some hours, citing Ukrainian officials as a misapprehension had taken place. Got that? So this is Lange. So Lange is very good infiltrated in some areas. So yeah, he thinks that this guy should destroy whatever flies over Ukraine because we can. But the Russians know. It's like, you fight someone, but the someone cannot punch back, and not allowed. You can punch back, you can kick in the balls, you can stick this in the ass, you can pinch the ear or something, or the nipples, but the other person just stays over there like an idiot. And then you are the courageous and the strong one, and the other one is a coward imperialist power. Did anybody ask you to intervene in that situation? It seems like you or NATO is an expansionist, power. Moves towards what? Russia did not come towards you. You imperialistic went towards Russia, not Russia. And now Russia says, don't come here, don't come here. You came here, he smacks you and you're like, imperialists, ooh. Really? Who was kicked out from Burkina Faso and Niger? The French and the Americans. What the fuck were they doing over there? Not the Russians. Now the Russians are in. Why? Because those guys decided enough with the garbage, with the kabuki theater here. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Next one is going to be like this. Next move in this is going to be an active military, a general somewhere in NATO that we're going to pick up from where this garbage left, and it's going to bring it to the next level. And then you're going to have some panels with some politicians involved, whether not in the ruling parties, no, not in the government, the politicians. And then they will talk about it, the same issue, and they will say, yeah. And then it's going to be the question dropped past the ball to the government. It's going to be a government official who will say, no. First it's going to say, no, we can't do this. This would mean an escalation. But remember, they said about the howitzers, they said about the infantry vehicles, they said about tanks, they said about air defense systems, they said about airplanes, the same thing. No, we're not going to do this. This is going to be an escalation. And they did all that with the same model. The same is going to be here. And then after the government officials was going to deny, like for instance, Karine Jean-Pierre, the French spokesperson of the White House making about $180,000 that you don't make, or maybe you do, but not as a cocksucker, okay? And then, to mention someone else's expression, then what they're gonna do? Then it's gonna be like a politician is gonna say Biden or someone from NATO, someone not from NATO, from the government, big government, Great Britain, or I'm talking about the big players here. Gonna say, yeah, that's a possibility, and then say, yeah, we're thinking, yeah, we're gonna vote, yes, we decided. Whoop, bam, bingo. After what? That's exactly how it worked in each and every example I gave you. With howitzers, with javelins first, and howitzers, infantry vehicles, armored infantry vehicles, then it was with the tanks, then it was with the air defense systems, HIMARS, Patriot, Iris-T, missiles, Storm Shadow, what was the other one? Scalps. And then they got to what? To tanks. We're going to send Abrams, we're going to send the Challenger, we're going to send the Leopard, and then what? F-16s now. We're going to send them. They're all right there. Or each and every time they follow the same thing, and they said, no, it's out of the question. It's going to be an escalation. And then troops. The same with the troops. They're coming. The decision was made. They're over there. Until they're going to say, yeah, they're over there. Yeah, of course, saving lives, not in active combat duty. No. Just helping the Ukrainian women a little bit here and there, or keeping the old man and the children safe. Aww, fuck you. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.